Welcome back, everybody. I'm Happy Tangent, and this is Vampyr, episode 35. When we last left off, they wanted us to go meet old man Dawson and turn him into a vampire. We'll try to squeeze that in this episode if we don't get sidetracked too much. We're gonna get the next part to my father's testament. That's at the first hospital I applied at. We learned that that's Pembroke. And we also have a huge XP dump we're gonna do. I'm hoping for 27, level 28. We'll see. We have a shit ton of it here. 11,400 almost. All right, let's see if we can't track down that thing we're looking for from my dad. Where, oh where could you be? So give me some sort of sense of direction here. There are random boxes that looked like I should be able to open, but maybe it's one of those boxes that was locked. And now that we're on this little scavenger hunt, it is no longer locked, similar to what we found in the park. So actually, I should go off that. Basically, I'm just going to search every room for a box. Alright, what do we have here? Nothing. Anything hiding back here? Oh, maybe this is it. Aha! We found it! Sweet! Aubrey Reed's third letter. Reed Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. My dearest child, this is my last letter for you. I choose to hide it in the Pembroke Hospital. Do you remember how disappointed you were when the application was rejected? I had never seen you so upset. For days you did not say a word. This was the first time I realized the darkness you had in you, my son. A black stone embedded in your heart, hidden to all, which I sometimes saw in your sister too. I feared for you both, for I perfectly knew what it meant to feel this gloomy mood. This dark side of the Reeds, the reason why I must go now that I know I'm condemned. I'm sick, my son. The diagnosis is irrevocable, and death will soon come. I refuse to be seen like this by those I love. This is my fault and my decision. You're so far away now, learning with this Dr. Carroll in Paris how to transfuse blood to save patients, already thinking about how to improve the method you've helped to create. I'm so proud of you, my son, but you can't save me. I won't be Aubrey Reed, the dying banker surrounded by his friends and family, unable to leave his bed. I won't stand it. I don't accept it, so I left just like you left us to become the great surgeon you are destined to be. The great surgeon I never want to see next to me, looking at me knowing I will die soon. Keep on studying, my son. Become whoever you're destined to be and do it for yourself, not for your old father who loves you. I've taken all the necessary measures to protect you, my family, of any dangers to come. I want you all to remember me as I was, not as I'm about to be. I leave, for I love you, my pearls and jewels. I do it because I have this dark mood in me, and I hid from everyone as long as I could. In a few days, I'll go where I stood when you left us for France. There, I'll leave a last gift for you. There, I'll vanish, never to come back. Farewell, Jonathan. I wish you to be as happy as I've been with you all these years. Kiss my Mary and my Emmeline for me. Take care of me, or take care of them. Farewell, my dear boy. Believe me ever, my dearest John, your devoted father, Aubrey Reed. Ooh.
Southwark. My departure for France as a promising student. My return as a brilliant surgeon. About to be killed. Transformed.
Alright, we're going to head over here and level, and then it looks like, unless that kitchen or those restaurants are close by. Oh, we have the water! Oh, yeah, sorry, that's part of my whole happy tangent. I always go off on tangents, but we have the water for the plant. But also, that guy wants us to find good restaurants for him, so depending on which one's closer, we'll do first. But yes, plant time, here we go. Let's see, what should be like, you can't, it doesn't work, it's dead.
Done.
Alright. That was exciting. Nothing? Not even a trophy? Oh man, I hope I come back and like there's some like something's grown out of it. Alright, here we go. Weapon time. I'm excited. Alright, analyze some blood. Alright. So we have all those. So we're still missing one. And my theory is this antidote here, I mean just based off the name alone, that is for vampirism. So it's like got a bunch of headache stuff. I hate carrying just one of stuff, so we're gonna try at least bump these up. Okay. How many do I have? Got tons of stuff now, so let's try to bump all those to 3s. Alright, we should be real good. I could almost go for 5s, but we don't want to get too low. I haven't been using as many. Oh, we have a ton of stuff in this. Might as well. Maybe it won't refill them if I've never... Ooh, this one I'm going to run out of codeine. We'll leave that at 1. And we won't touch it. I thought they must just refill the greens. Which, I don't know why that... Whatever, we'll just do it ourselves. Okay. Here we go. Where's she at? There she is. Remarkable Scythe. Held on to her the whole game. Here we go. I wish it changed the way it looked like most games. And if you see there, I bought solid Metal Gear. I bought a couple extra handle parts, at least one off somebody, so we do have 4 extra to use towards something else. Alright, do we want to go just more damage? Like, man, it wallops a punch, but having that extra, that blood, basically it's a 10% increase. Oh, I guess it literally says that. Whereas this is a 25% increase over this. So we're just gonna, it's our blood sucking weapon. We're just gonna keep it at that. Alright, here we go. Rocking a bunch of points. We definitely want to try to upgrade the stuff we really like. Level wise, we may not be able to upgrade this again until 26. Okay, so here, for 3,000 points, getting an extra 130 and 510 damage there too. Oh man, that's too good to pass up, and it's my favorite one. We're going for it right now. Technically, we'll probably hit 26 while we're doing all this. Maybe not now after wasting all those points, but we'll see. Really like to bump these up if I could. Oh, here's where the choices come in. 2,000 apiece. So that's 4,000 right there. We're gonna back away. So that would be 4,000 points. Let's just pretend I do that. I have 4,300 left over. Haven't upgraded the Shadow Mist just because for 2K it just doesn't seem like I use it that much. If anything, I like it just, it trips people up. Obviously, the heal, we keep delaying this. I prefer the bigger heal. So is that saying it costs more? There it's 10. Oh yeah, so it costs way more blood. You trade the instant health gain for greater regeneration. This one just goes up to 15. But this is instant. I kind of like this route better. It just heals me for more. It looks like it just caps at 25. Let's just oh, and then it speeds up greater regeneration. Sorry, that'd be 6,000 to get that. So I have 2,300 left. Not enough to get both. We've been good on health. If anything, we might just grab endurance again. Get an extra hit. You know what? I think that's the route I'll go, and then I should have enough left over. I might get one more blood bite thing out of that. Alright, so let's go with what we wanted from the beginning. I think I already grabbed it. Okay, we already did. Let's bump up both of these. I wonder what the... Actually, we didn't look at the blood barrier choice. So, oh, we didn't even look at this. What? So, oh, we looked... I'm confused. Did I basically just... I just went along and said I would do this? Okay. Alright, so that's 3 hits. Oh, hold on. 1... Oh, 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits. Duration, 5 seconds. What do we got here? Duration, 5. Oh, so it goes back to 1 hit... And it costs. This still doesn't. And they take damage. It explodes and deals damage to anyone nearby. I prefer this. Yeah, we're just going to go have a better barrier. I'm not going to grab the next one, but I'm just seeing... Oh, okay, so it's back faster and lasts longer. Huh, wow. Might have to, next time we have a ton of XP, go for that. Okay, so that's super. Got you. Right here. I hope this whole episode is not me just doing this. But, so, let's see here. Control, okay, this one's 5 seconds. But we always seem to break him out of it. Okay. The target's blood now will burst out of their body, flowing towards your mouth to feed you without touching your prey. Alright, same amount of control, but I gained 10 blood. That's kind of nice to have that extra blood all of a sudden. Time control is 5 seconds. Man, that's a lot of time. What happens if we go up? Gets up to 20 blood, 3 seconds. These are just straight up 10-second holds. I haven't been needing the blood. We're gonna go the longer control route. Ooh, I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, we'll go this. Having that extra blood, some of these fights have been real close and needing to heal myself. Alright, so we got those two. We did the big one. Did we do the autophagy? I think we finally decided we're going this route. 2,000. Bigger heal. Alright, we're only to 24. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have thought we were going to level so much during this. Alright, and I said we get 2 more. We're going to do endurance this time. Screw health. And we're going to go for more blood. Alright, that put us at 25. I don't think we're going to see 26. Either way, this is a lot better. What were we, at 21? Yeah, 21. I fought a 32. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, I gotta just hold off. Increase your blood absorption when using bite in combat. Yeah, we need to just move this forward anyhow. Okay. Oh, yep. Like I said, wouldn't be the same if I didn't forget. There we go. Let's see what changes. It's not showing nothing change. There's some people. It's because they're not all the way full. No, no! Why are you dropping so low? It's because of stupid whatever. What's going on here? Prices and stocks and merchants in the district may have changed. I got a fatigue, 5 fatigue. So I might stock up on a few more. And if I do these, you're not gonna see me do it. I'll probably mention it and be like, oh yeah, by the way, cured all those people. All right, and he's got a cold, so bunch of fatigues, bunch of colds. Cured him. Oh, they've actually gone up. They're doing really well over there. She's got a headache. We should be able to find her now. Karina Billow. Oh, she's the one that's turned into a vampire. So what did I have? A cold, a headache, and 5 fatigues. Well, yeah, that's probably going to be all off camera, so I'm not wasting your time there. Waste enough time. Hopefully, if you get bored by all that leveling nonsense, you skip through it all. Let's just make sure fatigue. We said 1 cold, 1 headache, I think. Bunch of fatigues on me. We're not going to worry about it. Oh, and there's Dr. Swansea has new dialogue. You know what? We'll see that real quick. Hello, good sir. You wish
What
to
news,
speak with
Jonathan?
me, maybe?
I've heard you've now joined the vampire elite of London.
Did Elizabeth tell you?
So it's Elizabeth now. My. Things are moving quickly. I turn my back for a moment and away you go.
I can still see Swansea as my maker. You
How's
know,
the
always the
situation?
guy you trust from the
We're
beginning.
still holding out. Question is, for how long? What we really need is hope, Jonathan. Hope for a better tomorrow.
Have you seen Lady Ashbury recently?
Yes, she popped in yesterday. Told me about your new friends in the West End.
Just a courtesy visit, then.
Yes. And no. She was en route to the docks, I think, following a lead concerning your maker.
I may have found the source of the contagion. Doris Fletcher, the actress. Thankfully, in the end, she was destroyed by fire.
Really? Oh, please, do tell me more.
Doris was a heavily mutated skull. Almost a new breed entirely. It's as if the disease had completely altered her mind and body. Highly contagious.
As if the disease had taken control of her will?
Yes. Once a beautiful and brilliant woman, she became motivated by hate alone.
Oh, she was a beauty. I met her when she visited the hospital to cheer up the sick. Too bad the fire destroyed her. But it was probably for the best.
Have you heard of similar cases?
No, I don't think so. Except, perhaps, It reminds me of an old report from the Brotherhood. Well, more an article, really.
What was it about?
The author, a friar, referred to a rare form of contagion in a skull he observed during the Black Death. The carrier was always female. Called them Icors.
Have you seen...
Yes.
Oh.
Just a...
Yes.
I'll come back...
Always a pleasure to...
Alright, off to drop off medicine to people and make my way to some restaurants and track down that father's safe. Sure, we're gonna see some lovely people here now that all the bad guys have respawned.
Better go home, sir.
Kill the other guys. Fight each other. Guys are sure making it hard to find a nice restaurant around here. Dang, seems like we have a lot more stamina than we used to.
We have to stop it!
I missed that the first time I came through here. Alright, too bloody for him probably. Oh, something's up here.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Thought you were alone, but
Die, them!
there's somebody else there to die with you. Oh, okay.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
The Blind Gourmet. Today's menu: entrees. Guess what? Mystery plate. Exquisite flavors. Main courses: tasteful surprise. Wonderful saviors. Refined curiosity. Desserts: sweet mystery. Hot and cold surprise. Palate revolution. Forewarning: all our customers are blindfolded before sitting at their table. They are invited to use all their senses to enjoy their meals except their sight. I wonder if that's alright, good. I wonder if all the other ones were just false and wouldn't have worked. So they want us to return to him. We'll do that real quick and then go by, get my father's safe. Oh, there's our Charlotte. Here he is. Alright, first restaurant
Good
we went
evening,
to.
Dr. Reed.
Might have been the right one.
A great night, what?
Nothing new there. New.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop. For his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et fruits that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
200 shillings.
I may have a
Right.
look at your...
What's he rocking with? Stuff I really don't need, but we got extra cash. Let's buy both of these. We're not gonna worry about these handle parts because we haven't upgraded anything. That'll do it for now. I mean, hell, I might buy some codeine, I guess. That's what I'm always low on. Okay, off to the safe. Who are you sitting over here? Oh, we've met you before, but let's just double check. Oh, it's the guy I saved!
We meet again, Mr. Kimura. In a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reed. Still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I dunno. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Yes. Astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Draco. My favorite constellation.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson, by any chance?
Well, I've never met the man personally, but I invested money in some of his companies when I came to London. A brilliant businessman.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary. while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
Can you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Follow my example, then. Find a complete stranger and help him or her the best you can. Then invite him or her to do the same.
You know what? That's not a bad plan, actually. And I should start with my family, for they are almost strangers to me now.
The hell? How's that considered a hint failed? Oh well.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
I don't mind failing hints as much now because, we're not trying to suck anybody's blood anyhow. Alright, off to the safe. We gotta hurry and speed this up. Oh, shit. Oh, you're going down, big boy. Nice. Hey, Rodney made it back over here.
Good
Made
evening,
it out of the
sir.
sewers.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain even. He feared nothing.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End Docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
Sure that unlocks some
Do you
new
have
things.
recent news of Sean Hampton's shelter?
I heard he kept on helping people, but I tried to stay away from his shelter. I don't feel safe there.
There's one
Your
new
friend
thing.
Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refused to be insulted again.
No man can predict the exact outcome of his actions. It's the curse we have to live with. We can only gamble and do what we think is best.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the wet boot boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
Alright, that opened all the
The
rest.
death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You never met him.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reed. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
I appreciate that.
Goodbye, Mr. Grader. Take care.
That might have been a new thing at the end there.
Good evening, Mr.
Are you sure?
Are you worried?
Not really. We've spent so...
Alright.
Goodbye, Mr.
Look at here, Sean's up walking around. Let's see how he feels about me turning him. Maybe his face
Welcome
is
back to my
less
humble
than that.
shelter,
Never mind,
Dr.
still
Reed.
messed up.
Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel alright. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
That's good.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
I think it's acceptable. Fewer cases of sickness recently. I thank the Lord for his mercy.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between the two communities.
What do you fear?
A few years ago, a Skal decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock to the door.
What if food became scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living? Wouldn't you?
The Skals can feed on the dead, Doctor. And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue dying.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to Old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer Skals now. I don't go downstairs.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other. As Skals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
How did you meet Old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
Okay.
Farewell, Sean.
Alright, well, it's good to talk to him again. Still couldn't find Trogdor, but we are going to crack that safe, and that's probably going to do it for this episode, because we're running long.
Get the fuck out, you crazy bastard! What are you people, huh?
I think I found that last guy. I was on my way over to the safe, and I heard this guy screaming.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Alright, good, you're healthy. Alright, I think that should be everybody in this area. Wrong one. Yeah, here's the last guy. Alright, recovering. Couldn't find Throgmorton. And recovering. Alright, now we're going to the safe. We'll probably do a quick sweep of this little house, and then we'll end it with finding the safe. Well, it wouldn't be a properly explored house if we didn't find a letter to read. Bloody letter. Dear Mother, whatever happens to me, always remember that your son loves you. I know you did not always approve of the way I chose to live my life, but I won't change. I was born and raised in this part of town, and I just can't stand what is happening to my neighborhood, to people we know. Oh shit, this is Jack. That's what I get for reading ahead. I recently made a terrible decision. I decided to strike back against the tyranny of a few. I know that they will retaliate, but I'm ready for whatever comes. Thanks to you, I've always loved to read. Now that I'm about to take action, I can only quote Etienne de la Boétie. They only seem tall because we're on our knees. I won't kneel anymore, Mother. I intend to stand straight, whatever the cost. Goodbye, my beloved mother, Jack.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Perhaps Enid's son.
Well, that's going to open up some dialogue options. We'll have to save that for the next one. I think I'm running long, so like I said, I'm going to fast forward and hopefully find this safe.
More Braille.
Oh, sweet.
I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
That might be number 4. Alright, definitely. Next episode, right there. I think we have all 4 Braille. So much for having to look it up on the internet. Alright, looks like the last one must be in this house we went to earlier. Oh, there it is. Safe right there. Expensive watch. Investigation succeeded. Nothing said, that's just it. Let's just double check. Okay. Didn't go there. I wonder if it went in with my normal items then. Okay, so, I mean, it probably sells for a lot of money. That's gonna do it. Hopefully I didn't run too long. I know a lot of this is gonna get cut out, but just a lot of running around. I did a lot of medicine for everyone. The only one I couldn't find was old Trogdor, old Ichabod Throgmorton. I'm sure he's just walking around somewhere. Got everybody else. Found that other guy. Found the Braille. Did the restaurant. Of course, we had Pembroke earlier. And that's going to wrap it up. We got 2,300 XP again. Not enough to go to sleep for, but that's still good. Just to have looked forward to some extra XP here in a bit. Anywho, I'm Happy Tangent. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.